Today we're going to be talking about the big question: did Ataturk's reforms actually improve the status of women in Turkey? At the time, and then in the long run, they actually did. Women were allowed positions in the industry and in commerce that they previously weren't allowed, and they were also allowed positions in the workforce and work fields that they were restricted from. Turkey then became a no longer paralyzed society since women were giving their part more than outside of their homes. Education opportunities then became apparent and schools became more numerous. But it's uncertain whether or not girls and women actually took advantage of these new education opportunities, which leads some people to think that the status of women in Turkey didn't change in any significant way. According to Ataturk's speech in 1923, the most important duty of woman is to be a good mother. That wouldn't indicate any change in the status of women. In another speech, Ataturk says that women should not only carry out their duties, but they should also take part in efforts for their prosperity and welfare of their society. So taken together, we can kind of entail that a woman's place was in the home, and that their part in promoting the prosperity and welfare of their society was through motherhood. But women became empowered, and women got to wear what they wanted to. They weren't restricted in that sense. The most logical conclusion we can draw from this evidence is that the status of women was improved because Ataturk then stated, "Our women must be more enlightened, more intellectual, and more learned than men." Society depends on the virtues that the mother will instill in her children, and according to Ataturk, the future of Turkey depended on these teachings. Later on, they also received the right to vote, and women actually held parliament seats as early as 1935. Based on all of this, I can conclude that the woman's status improved, but not up to our modern standards quite yet.